Hey guys, welcome to my YouTube channel and welcome to today's video. So in today's video, I want to share with you guys 3 things that I've been running with the past years, and 3 things that I've also been I've been learning, I've been running with them, and I feel they're things that are important that every reasonable human being should at least have. So you'll hear them soon. Let's get right into the video.
Keep shining. You gotta keep it 100 every day. Being like just keep it shining every day. Better do what you got. No matter what life will bring, keep shining.
Okay, so I'll just get straight into what these 3 things are. The very first thing for me is, as a person, some things that you need to pay attention to in your life to make sure that it is in order is to get a good circle. Like, especially some of us, my young adults. Am I still a young adult? And for those who know how old I am, you'll decide. But yeah, ask my young adults. I just feel it's very important to have a good circle. Like, quality people is everything. People who are good to you, nice to you, people who actually do want the best for you, people who will be there for you, people who will be strong in your moments of weakness, people who will just be what you need for the different things that you are going through, and people who will also be honest with you, people that will strengthen you, people that will push you into the right direction, people that will help you to achieve your goals, people that will help you to bring out the best in you. I think a good circle is really everything, because there is that saying that goes, show me your friends and I'll tell you who you are. Like, your circle is obviously those people that pour into you, probably the people that you even spend the most time with, whether it is talking or actually hanging out, the people that you allow to come into your space and influence you. So you want to choose the right people, because whatever it is that is influencing you is what you're going to become, right? So you want to make sure that you have the right people. If you're looking to be a certain type of person who does things a certain way, the people around you are a huge factor in determining whether you're going to make it to be that person or not. And also, other than just your becoming, having the right people will also help you in moments when you're about to lose yourself. Like, there are things that we go through that you could easily lose yourself in it. For example, grief. Sometimes you lose people we love the most and we don't know how to get back up. If you have people around you during those moments that are able to hold your hand and be like, you need to keep going. This person is gone, but you need to keep going because you are still here. Just people like that. I really feel a good circle is everything. Even for us believers in your Christian walk, if you have a circle of people who share your value in terms of what you believe in, who share your value in terms of like prayer, studying the word, just building character and all of that, when they see that you're slacking, they'll be able to pick you up. They'll be able to be like, okay, here, you need to do better, and when they see that you are even doing good, they'll be able to commend you. So I just feel a good circle is everything, because I feel like it's like all the things I've said, it's like a cheat code in life. When you need stuff, they're there. When you are low, they're there. When you are strong, when you're celebrating, they're there. So a good circle really is everything, because it matters what influences you. It matters who is with you in different moments of your life. The second thing that I feel we need to get figured out, that we need to, put in order in our lives, is identity. Knowing exactly who you are. This is something that I think on this channel I've stressed, I don't know how many times, but knowing exactly who you are. Knowing what you stand for, what you believe in, knowing what you can take, what you cannot take, knowing your strengths, knowing your weaknesses, knowing the person that you are, and also knowing, like I said, the things that you stand for, and like the things that you striving to be, just being clear about the person that you are, your identity. I think it's very important, because the first thing that does for you is that it makes you grounded. Like you have a foot, you will know pameno immediately, like you know where you stand. And this means that not just anything or anybody can come and just say, oh, let's do this, and you do it. You wait against your values, against where you stand, what you stand on, what you believe in, and you're going to be like, okay, I'll go for it because it aligns, right? Or you're going to be like, oh, no, I can't do that because it would drift me away from my values, my principles, what I believe in. Identity is everything because it also helps us in choosing the people we are going. Do you remember I talked about having a good circle? It helps you to choose the people that you're going to allow to be your inner circle, people you're going to allow to pour into you, and information that you're going to allow into yourself. You know, what you're going to watch, what you're going to listen to, what you're going to pursue, the time you're going to spend on certain things, knowing what they add to you and all of that. Identity is also very important because we live in a world of a million opinions. Like when you just turn on your phone, for those of us who even have apps which bring us notifications, there's already something popping up suggesting something to you, like adverts, like even in the streets when you're walking or when you're driving, like the music you listen to, like there are different things that are constantly being thrown at us. And being grounded in what you know you are, what you believe in, will help you to be able to sieve, to be able to select. Like you might have run into something, but you know that, oh, that is not something I'm standing for. That is not something that I believe in. That's not something I'm pursuing. And therefore you're able to sieve, you're able to, remove yourself from certain things and place yourself in the correct places, things like that. I really believe identity is everything. Like it just... It gives you direction, you know what you're chasing, you know where you're going. When there's no identity, you'll be in everything, doing everything. And who wants to live a life where I feel like as human beings, we're more fulfilled, satisfied when there is meaning to the life that we are living, right? And not having your identity figured out puts you in a place of following anything. And how do you find meaning when today you're this person, tomorrow you're this person, in the morning you're this person, in the afternoon you're this other person? Like, how do you even succeed in a particular thing if your attention is everywhere? Like, we kind of need to focus on things, kind of like a particular thing at a time, or 3 things at a time at least, to be able to succeed in all of those things. When we just focus on everything at once, at the end of the day, you might just find you achieved nothing. You'll be 60, 50, you'll be, I don't know how old, looking back and like, what have I made of my life? So yeah, identity, I feel like that's everything. The third thing that I've been running with, and also something that in my in the past few years I'm kind of learning to like work with and to actually do for myself, is understanding that things can't always go how I want them to go. And also, like when things don't go your way, things go bad and you're unhappy and all of that. Beyond just understanding that things do not always go your way, or the way that you planned, the way that you might have wanted. Beyond that, also coming to a place where you're a person who can bounce back from that, like bounce back from a failure, from a fall, from a mistake, from something not working out the way you wanted. So I think this one is something that we probably hear all the time, but something that is not very easy to do, because when you're actually in it, it feels like it's the end. Like when you put your energy into something, you're like, I'm gonna get this done, I'm gonna do this. You put in your money, you put in your time, you put in your effort, you put in your heart, and then it just doesn't come out. Like it just doesn't bring that thing you're hoping for. When you're actually in it, I feel like it feels like you don't even want to try another time. Like you don't want to do that thing again or something similar again. You're just like, if I gave it my all and it didn't work, what if I did something else and I didn't give it my all, and like it might be worse than this. I think it's very important in life to come to a place where you understand that it's possible to not have things work the way you want, and being able to, grieve that loss or whatever, being able to feel the pain of it, to be like, okay, I messed up, or this thing didn't work out, or that person, sometimes it caused by other people, or that situation caused this thing not to work out for me, like, oh, I've been planning maybe to buy this for myself, to do whatever, and you're just like, this thing it hasn't worked out, right? I think it's important, very important for me to get to a place where I'm also like, okay, fine, nandela poipa, chani baba. After I feel all that I'm feeling, there should be a point where I get up and I'm like, okay, we keep moving, And I think that's a very important quality, because how many times have we been disappointed by people, by situations, by the things that we are going for, Maybe there's a promotion that you were looking to get at work and it just didn't land, or it was given to somebody else, or there's this job that you really wanted to get, you thought you'd get it, you thought you were the person for it, and it just, or this opportunity to make money that you saw and you're like, I'm going to push until I do this thing, and it just, there's so many things that go like that, and it's important for you to come to a place where you're like, that thing happens, I'm sad, maybe cry for a day, maybe that's even too much. But I'm not saying don't feel it, experience it, but move forward. I think it's very important to come to that place. And understanding also that a fall that you had, a mistake that you had, could actually be a stepping stone to the next success, because if you did something a certain way and it didn't go right, you now know what things you can put together to cause something not to go right. So to say, like, you can look at it in hindsight and be like, oh, how did I do this? Where was the gap? Where was the, analyze it and be able to use that to come up with a better game plan, that type of thing. So, as long as God has still given you breath in your lungs, He's still giving you strength in your body, He's still giving you that ability to keep going, to keep doing stuff. I think we need to come to a place where we're able to accept when things can't go our way and be able to get up from it and still go forward in life. Also, I think this is an important quality to have, because there are times when we are actually wrong about things. Like, you think everything that you are doing, that's the way it should be, but other people are maybe thinking in a better way than you, Maybe there's a better way to do it that you did not see, and being able to accept that things can't always go the way you want, or do not always go the way you want. You'll be able to also see the strength in other people. For example, if you're working with other people and everybody is like voting for a particular thing, everybody wants things to be done in a certain way, and you're the only one who's like, maybe not, or maybe you're just the two of you, having the ability to go like, things may not always go my way, will help you to also be able to work in a group setting as like to be a team player, because you'll be able to accept that your own may not be the best, others' way may be the way. It's not always the case, but it just helps us to be able to deal with things better. So those are the 3 things that I had to share with you that I feel are very important. Knowing exactly who you are, having a good circle, and being a person who knows that things may not always go your way, and being able to bounce back when things don't actually go your way. Yeah, so thank you for watching this video. Like, share, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Bye.